Hello class, today I'm going to be presenting my unit summative in the form of a Draw My Life. Now today I want to pose a question: with all the population growth that's happening, what's going to happen to our Earth in 100 years when we and probably all Earth are going to be old and tired and worn out a lot? So my first thing is I want to address that as of 2011, the Earth hit 7 billion people and is still exponentially increasing. So what's going to happen? We started with a first industrial revolution where we went to spears and shapes, and then we went to our agricultural revolution, our second one. Then we went to an industrial revolution where we were able to use tractors and stuff to aid in our farming. Well, this man, William Canton, suggested that we cannot keep up this lifestyle of extreme resource use. He said that by using all these resources, we're using up what we have, the limited resources that we have, and we are eventually going to run out and reach our true carrying capacity, because right now we're living in our phantom carrying capacity. If we use this out, it is at the expense of the Earth, and the population will die off sooner. Then we have this man, Thomas Malthus, with some very sweet sideburns. Not only does he have sweet sideburns, but he also, in 1798, he proposed some various theories about our population growth. He suggested that at the current rate we are reproducing at an exponential rate, so 1, then 2, then 4, then 8, we won't be able to sustain ourselves and what we can produce in terms of food. He said that food grows in a linear system, so 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, and won't be able to sustain ourselves. The cons in this situation outweigh the pros in both circumstances, suggesting that our world won't be able to sustain itself at the rate we are going. It won't be long before our world bursts into a ball of flames due to global warming, but I at least want some humans to be on there when it does. So, what I predict? Well, before I get into my future Dodge Grand Caravan, which is a flying car to take off my 3 to 7 kids in Haiti, I suspect more things are going to happen first that are going to be more con than pro. Firstly, I think there's going to be a massive world hunger at the current rate we're going. We're reproducing quite heavily and exponentially, and we're not going to have enough food for everyone to eat in the entire planet, and especially places such as developing nations, such as Africa, Asia. One theory that I found interesting, which we learned in class, was by D.J. Bogue on his demographic regulation model. He suggested that society naturally limits its own population. This isn't the case as one can see in terms of China. China had a rapidly overgrowing population, and to limit this, they implicated a limit onto the number of children parents and families can have. This shows an unnatural way of limiting its population, and it does not show the population growing in response to Earth's ability to support it. It shows human intervention preventing this from getting out of control. A theorist that I do agree with is our sexy boy with the amazing sideburns, Thomas Malthus. Now, he suggested that the Earth won't be able to sustain itself at the rate we're growing in terms of food to population ratio and population growth ratio. A country that demonstrates this effect is Africa, where we see a population that is growing rapidly and in exponential forms as they're facing many and various problems such as AIDS, famine, disease, like lack of water, and they're going through a population collapse, and there's a very high death rate. So I propose that Thomas Malthus was correct. Now, where do I see the future of our planet? Well, I believe that the population is still going to keep growing exponentially and exponentially, and this effect will eventually lead to the overconsumption of resources. We're not going to have enough to then sustain our planet, and as our planet becomes more and more damaged, people are going to start to die, and we are going to have a major population collapse. And one of the countries that will be safe is the North American regions, since we are more of a first world society. Thank you for watching this video.